It's Madden NFL 24, and coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC North rivals. It's the Browns and the Bengals. All that and more. Coming up next.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go, but if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. You look at this Browns defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 39. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers a week ago for Chase. 6 catches, 93 yards, and a score.
And aren't we approaching the halfway point of the season? I mean, we're midway through this one, and we're seeing big numbers from him just about every week, and that's why he's leading the league.
Touchdown, Bengals! Jamar Chase hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And past the 30 before he's out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. The Browns at 2 and 4 here in the first half of the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. It's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. And Chase will go in motion left. And he'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Now a 3rd and 6. Burrow looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. That's complete to Wicks. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. On the counter, it's Gainwell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. You talk about this Bengals defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the number 1 overall offense in the league.
A short gain there of just 4, that'll bring up a 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. But there are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it. And this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover.
Touchdown! T. Higgins, a 22-yard touchdown Brown. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first. And this is going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. 21-0 our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with 4th down and 1. And his kick is gone. And the round is on. It's 24-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Cleveland offense making their way out. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get one back at the 40. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now Burrow on 1st down. He gets that one complete to Ricks. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
That was short one to Gesicki, and he is going to have the Bengals first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Now Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first-half lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the round is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now 2nd and 5. Gainwell gets it on the option. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw out to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around. I think for him, the windows to throw into are wide open. Doesn't matter whether they're tight or not. He feels like it's wide open, puts it in there. 4 touchdown passes. He thinks he's going to throw a whole lot more before this one's over.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he's going to lose yardage again as he is stuck behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. 11.
3rd and goal. Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals have taken a 5-touchdown lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just 1 shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra threat by Bass, up and good. And the round is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Miles Murphy. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right, that O-line, they got to protect him. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 43-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We begin down south in Brazil, in the vibrant city of Rio. And it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. Josh Palmer up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. From Chicago, we head north to the home of their rivals as we check on the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Jaden Reed, a touchdown reception. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Wan'Dale Robinson, a touchdown reception. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B, their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He put together the kind of half you dream about. 5 touchdown passes, as his guys are well in control of this ball game. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Here's 2nd and 10. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Off the RPO, he completes it. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Now a handoff looking right. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Mike Gesicki, 56 yards. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have his... And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals extend their lead yet again. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback. The Browns set to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally. If not fool him, fool the quarterback so that maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
42-yard line. A gain of 5. 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for Nate at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you can be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
And to find the open man. That's complete.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives them a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked by Logan Wilson.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
26-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
3rd and 12.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Right back to him on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Cincinnati, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.